Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. It's February 4th, 2026. I'm Rich Tola, and here's what's cooking for today. Number one, let the lawsuits begin. Yeah, we're going to have some fun with that one. Number two, homeless is as homeless does. And number three, the 10 secrets to looking and feeling younger. Now, this is coming from a newsletter I just start getting from the Babylon Bee, but we'll get to that in a second. Because first, all right, let's check on your ABCs. You guys know I just got back from LA. Wow. Let me tell you, these micro vacations. I went to Chattanooga, now LA. They're quick, kind of jam packed in 4 days. I worked out twice, so I only missed 2 days there. But wow, let me tell you, I'm sluggish this morning, slow going. Didn't do anything for the diet, just had coffee today, half a workout. So I'm kind of off kilter, but that's normal. Of course, when you get back, kind of traveling around, right? But the good news is I slept well, so that's good. But hey, 4 years later, I've been to LA in 4 years. So I went to all my spots: Burbank, Sherman Oaks, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, cruised up Rodeo, of course, cruised around, went to Santa Monica, went to Venice Beach. I hit them all, saw some friends. Hey, happy birthday, Liz. Today, Elizabeth's birthday, giving a shout out to her. But yeah, I had a great trip. Really enjoyed it. Happy to be back, though. Jumping back in here with Tola Talks. Here we go. Here we go. This is the first story. Did you guys see the news about the White Plains, New York? Well, psychologist and doctor for malpractice. He's a surgeon for malpractice. Now, this is as it should be, because you shouldn't be doing these breast removal surgeries, right? 16-year-old girl who at the time identified as transgender. Did a bunch of shows about transgender. My beliefs are, till you're 21 years old, no, you should not be having any type of surgery or treatment, significant treatments for transgender, any type of thing regarding transgender. I believe that. Now, again, I'm totally for being transgender, wherever you are, right? Doesn't really matter. But we're talking $2 million in damages to this 22-year-old woman who had her breast removed as a teenager. Her name is Fox Variant. There's no problem with that out there. But she felt the pressure to decide, a lot of pressure before surgery. So they awarded her $1.6 million for past and future pain and $400,000 for future medical expenses. Because no matter what you do, there's a price to pay. So we talked about a story. I gave you a story about a woman that I met recently who said she waited until she was 27 years old before taking hormone blockers. Hey, anyone out there, you can live with this if you're destined and that's who you are, who your internal perception is. They talked about this. Let me finish with this concept of gender dysphoria. It says that distress and anguish caused by a mismatch between one's physical sex and one's internal perception of one's gender. Because if you have that internal perception, that's totally fine with me. But why don't you wait? Give it time. Live with that. A friend of mine has been transgender for over 20 years, said she can go back in time. She would have been a cross dresser because of maybe the problems you're running into years down the road because of treatment. But anyway, this jury believed that these doctors, psychologists, and surgeons skipped important steps when evaluating, well, basically not to move forward, whether or not to move forward. So they missed a few steps, which is a departure from the standard of care. But more importantly, you need to wait. Wait till you're an adult. Drink at the age of 21. Why can't you wait? What is the problem? So this will do away with it. But we're going to have more lawsuits without a doubt. Probably hundreds more lawsuits now that they kind of open the door for malpractice. And, well, is that a good thing? If you're a doctor, shouldn't be treating. I mean, you say you got to wait. So anyway, good news for those that are suffering. All right, here we go. Let's jump into this next one here because it's just a quick congrats. Congrats to the Health Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy, because I talk about homeless a lot because I come up with my own ideas. I mean, I lived in so many cities. Seattle has a major homeless problem. Los Angeles, big time. Got attacked by a homeless guy there on the streets of LA, right on 4th and Broadway. I drove around there when I was visiting. But we're talking $100 million They just announced this on Monday, 2 days ago. $100 million program to help homeless people find jobs and to treat drug abuse. All right, it's aimed at assisting homeless people. There's 727. Well, what's it say? Here's the numbers: 771,480 people are homeless. Right? They say they're going to start this Streets. It's called the program's called Streets. Safety through recovery, STR, engagement, evidence based treatment, support. So, safety through recovery, engagement, and evidence based treatment through support. Streets. It's about treating the individual, right? Recovering from addiction, finding employment, locating stable housing, because that's the key. My old man, Sicilian guy back in the day, always said to me, he said, you have to have a roof over your head. When you start with that, because he was 12 years old, my father had to go live on his own. So, I mean, I understand what it's. I have homeless friends that became homeless. I know that situation where it's very challenging. If the ground's not stable, it's hard for you to make any decisions on a daily basis, right? We're talking about the ABCs, right? Did you get your workout in? The all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. You can't even think about the ABCs when you're homeless. I taught kids, write about it in my book, The Sub, Tales of an Inner City Teacher. Talk about kids being homeless. That's no foundation from which to be successful, without a doubt. So we need to help these people. You need to create money, more money, I believe, and get these people back on track. But more importantly, you got to give somebody a home, right? Drug addiction. You talk about drug addiction, all these homeless people. Well, some people choose to be homeless, but drug addiction, to quote the health secretary, says it's a chronic disease. It's a physical disease. It's a mental disease. It's an emotional disease. But above all, it's a spiritual disease. Mind, body, spirit. It's all connected. Homelessness gets rooted inside you. It's tough to break away. Let me tell you, I mean, there's some really cool movies. I saw a movie a long time ago about Homeless to Harvard. Remember that? It's based on a true story. So there's no doubt you can grab yourselves by the bootstraps and pull you out of this. But I believe we got to help these people because it's very, very, very challenging. So it starts with a home. I believe in TP communities. Talked about that a long time ago. I've been saying that. I believe you build these communities and give people a TP, going back to our roots. And rather than these little houses, I mean, in LA, I looked at them, they put shipping containers on top of one another, but then you get the homeless people that come all around that community. So, yeah, anyway, that's a pretty tough one. But all right, let's move on to something a little more positive here. How about this? Penny the Doberman Pinscher. Give a congrats to the 4-year-old Penny. My uncle used to raise Doberman Pinschers, but named Best in Show in the 2026 Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. That was yesterday. There were 7 finalists. They said you could cut the tension with a knife. I don't have a dog myself. As a kid, I did until, that's a whole nother story. Anyway, this is the 42nd female to win. 5th time a Doberman won, took top prize. Last time a Doberman Pinscher won was 37 years ago. It was 1989. I remember it well. I moved back to Los Angeles to work for Drexel Burnham back then. But anyway, there were 2,500 competitors, they said, or 2,499 that she beat. There were 204 different dog breeds. Best in Show. You know, that's picked by one judge. I'm not familiar with that, but David Fitzpatrick, he picks the winner out of the lineup. He said this was one of those lineups that will go down in history. Well, good for that. But the German breed, it's a German breeded dog. I know this dog very well. They're very intelligent. They're very alert. And they're tenaciously loyal, without a doubt. Dobermans are so loyal. It started breeding in 1880 by Carl Friedrich Louis Doberman with 2 N's. He was a tax collector who ran a dog pound in Germany. So he started crossbreeding these different types, and he came up with the Doberman Pinscher, which when he died in 1894, when this man died, they went and changed the name of the Doberman to name after Him. All right. All right. So much for dogs. Get your groove on. Take your dog out for a walk, but go for a long one. So, all right. I saw this. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I'm not trying to be the funny guy here, but I saw this. The Babylon Bee. Babylon Bee, I get this newsletter, your trusted source for Christian news satire. It says it's the world best satire site, totally inerrant in all its truth claims. We write satire about Christian stuff, political stuff, and everyday life. So here's a shout out to Seth Dillon, Dan Dillon, Kyle Mann, Joel Barry. Give you guys a shout out over at the Babylon Bee because I got this. Don't know how I even got your newsletter, but now I'm getting them. And it says the Babylon Bee is here to help women everywhere with the following list of secrets to looking younger and feeling younger. Well, you guys, all you have to do is go buy my book, How to Drink from the Fountain of Youth. But if you're not going to do that, maybe you could do one of these. This is specifically written for women. I thought it was funny, so I got to watch it. Number one, or I have to read it out loud. There's the top 10 secrets. Number one, wear one of those multicolored beanies with a propeller on top. It always worked for kids in old timey cartoons. Like I said, this is funny. Number two, tell everyone you're actually 98 years old. So everyone will think you look younger for your age. Yeah, right. Then be prepared to tell some World War II stories. Number three, sacrifice a virgin by the light of the full moon. This one can be tricky to pull off, but it's been a go for. I love this. It's been a go-to for thousands of years. All right, number four, become fluent in Gen Alpha slang. We talked about slang, did a whole show on that. It says you'll sound like a brain damaged lemur, but you'll fit in with the young crowd. All right. Number five, replace your bathroom mirror with a poster of Sydney Sweeney. You won't see any of your flaws anymore. I like that one. Number six, get smoother skin by massaging your face with an angle grinder. Guys, this is funny. A bit painful, but totally worth it. Number seven, practice intermittent fasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There you go. You won't have to worry about a colorful diet. It says here, it'll have great health benefits for the few remaining weeks of your life. Stop eating altogether. That's one of my friends out there in LA. He says, I have to lose weight. Well, the whole world does. I have to lose weight. I think I put on another 3 pounds because you just, right, eat a lot when you travel. All right, number eight, hang out at a nursing home with a bunch of really, really old people. You'll feel like a kid again. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. How about this? Number nine, wear your hair in pigtails. Nobody who is old wears pigtails. I should try doing that. Get rid of my little pigtails. All right, number 10. I like this one. Kidnap a princess whose hair was endowed with magic healing powers and keep her in a tower. It won't end well for you, but you'll look young in the meantime. All right, that was funny. So again, give it a shout out to the Babylon Bee. It's fun stuff. So, all right. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. So, well, what's the real key to looking, feeling young? We know this. I mean, everybody, the key is, well, of course, the ABCs become crucial, but most importantly, it's what you believe, right? It's what's in your mind. It's what's in your heart. It's what's in the whole being, this whole thing coursing through your veins and your blood. You have to believe it. It's like anything in life, no matter what you believe, set your mind to it. Got to go for it. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I got to get back on track myself, which we will. Again, it's only Wednesday here. It's going quick, right? January's gone. So get with those workouts without a doubt. Got to get back on track, get through these winter months. And as always, have yourself an awesome day. Peace.